Hey, what's going on, boys and girls? It's Christopher James. I'm me, you're not. Sorry for your damn luck. But hey, that's all right, man. We got a great show for you tonight. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to talk to, we got a guest coming on in just a minute. And then I might keep him on to talk with me about, I might talk to him during his interview about UFC 249, a few other things. And a whole fight week and the craziness of that. But let me welcome to the show right now. So let me cut down the music and do this the right way. He's an Island Fights veteran. He's 6-0 as a professional fighter, and he's also fought on Dana White's Contender Series, where he took home another victory. He is this close to the UFC right now, so we're going to bring him into the show right now. I want you to make some noise and welcome in my man, weighing in at 185 pounds, fighting out of North Carolina. Please welcome Impa Kasanganay.
What's up, homie? Thanks for having me on. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, man. How are you today, bro?
I'm doing well, sir. Thank you. Doing well. Thanks for having me on the show. It's good to talk to you. Good to see you.
Oh, it's good to see you too, man. So while I'm talking to you, I'm going to ask you a question that I've been asking pretty much every guest on the show since this whole pandemic craziness started. Tell us your life before the pandemic, how everything was going, training and work and life. And then tell us a day in the life after the pandemic and, since it started, how you've had to make adjustments because everybody has. So tell us about that. While you're doing that, I'm going to be listening. I might not be looking at you because I got to reshare everything from Facebook to make sure everybody sees that we're on live.
Awesome. Yeah. So, again, thanks for having me on. Glad to see you again. Pre-pandemic. Okay, let's see. We closed in North Carolina on March 13th, and I was getting ready to fight for the LFA title, middleweight title versus Dana Madrid in Phoenix, Arizona. So I was in the last bit of fight camp, the last week, kind of pulling back so my body can be primed to go on Friday. Before that, training about 5 to 6 times a day. Some days 4 to 5, getting ready to go. Working, personal training, traveling. I went down to Wilmington, had some fun with the guys. Before that was a Scott Holtzman's fight at Albuquerque. So running around. And then post when everything started, as far as like the quarantine, a lot of jobs obviously shut down. So the gym was closed for a little while. Our personal training, Jimmo, we're still closed where we train out of. And we just got word today that we thought we were going to be able to open this weekend, but we are not allowed to open at least for another 5 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. So we're in the middle, probably about 5 weeks. Then training from home has been my daily routine, doing virtual classes with my tribe online. Blessed to be able to still personal train people from a social distancing protocol, rather than not touching my clients, or if I am holding mitts, I'm wearing gloves, masks, goggles, a bandana over my mask, doing my best to be as safe as I possibly can be. Spending time with my family, that's been a major blessing. Being able to have Bible studies at night. We've been able to watch church at home on the weekends. And I just haven't seen my family this much since college. So it's been really cool.
It's cool to see the family right now?
Yeah, my family, we're pretty tight. So, and we're tight, but we're very independent too. So, like, we can be around each other. We can also do our own thing. My sister, she's 14. My brother, he is 20, so he's back from school. And then my parents, they're there. And we have a lady living with us, and she's awesome too. So everybody kind of does their own thing, but at the same time, we love being around each other. We're always roasting each other. If you get in my house, somebody's getting roasted. So it's been fun. We were pretty relentless. So I'm still training about 4 times to 5 times a day. And mixing sessions, still watch film, eat pretty healthy, and I'm ready to fight, ready to go. So staying ready to get that call.
Yeah, speaking of getting the call, the last card of the week, Vittori lost his opponent. Yeah, and Marvin Vittori lost his opponent. They had a big blowout up in the hotel, and they were going to go at it. I thought they were going to fight in the lobby. But as soon as it happened, you tweeted out, Dana, Mick, Sean, I'm ready. And the good thing about that is you put your name out there. They already know who you are because they've seen you fight. And I thought that was brilliant. I thought it was so brilliant. I did the same thing in your name. I put your name out there. I said, hey, get this guy a fight. Let's get it going. Did you get any feedback from them at all? Or was that call out just unheard?
I'm not too sure if it was unheard. I believe they have word of it. They know. Marvin responded to me, which is pretty cool. So he said he wanted to fight. He said he wanted to. He said he said he wanted. He said he wanted to fight. He said he would talk to his agents and them. So hopefully maybe they're on the behind the scenes to say, "Hey, God's working behind the scenes," and then I'll get the call soon. So I'm ready to fight him. From my perspective on social media, people kept tagging me in it to fight Marvin, the the UFC's Instagram page, on Twitter, so, and you shared it, so it meant a lot. You have that support, and like being this close each time, it feels like you're that close to getting closer and closer. And like I say, hey, every day's a day closer to that day, whatever day that may be. So it was pretty cool. It was a cool experience, and I haven't heard anything yet, but I also haven't heard no. So maybe I'll get like maybe he knows it's coming and they're gonna give me 3 or 4 days. I'm ready. Give me one day. I'm ready. I'm ready to make weight in a couple hours, so I'm ready. So just let me know. I'll be ready to come in the fight.
That's awesome. So, um, the UFC really for you is the next step. I mean, you've already done the contender series. You came into Island Fights. You took 2 fights, short notice. Drove down there with your team, and you just whooped some ass. Went home, came back, whooped some ass again. It was like a 2 week span or something, or 3 weeks. I don't even remember, but it was a short time span. Then you ended up on the contender series, and we talked about that. But as you look back at it now, the contender series, you didn't get the contract. You got to win. Um,
So
uh, you've had time to reflect on it, and I know I'm pretty sure what your answer is going to be, but I'm going to ask anyway. Is it a little annoying that you put on a good show, you beat a guy that they said you shouldn't beat, and you did, and you were convincing in your victory? So are you a little annoyed, not mad, but a little annoyed that you didn't get a contract offered to you?
it's funny. I go back and forth now. I first remember when we first spoke, I was just like, why, this, and then talking to my family, parents, everybody. It's funny because some days I'm like, you know what, it's awesome because now I'm gonna come back that much more hungry. I'm gonna come back with that much more of a chip on my shoulder. It's become that cliche saying, but for me, it's like, okay, wait till I get in the UFC. Everything that was said negatively on the show is not true. Everything that's positive, I'm gonna go on that and more. But then I realized it's kind of funny because during the pandemic, when everything got shut down in quarantine, like, I could have been UFC now. What in the world? And that part's annoying. Then again, too, for me, it's like it's encouraging that happened because I'm in the UFC's radar. They know who I am a little bit more. They like while some fighters maybe didn't get a fight as many times as I did last year, the 6 times, or some people had like the issues with the Biloxi situation where my kidneys failed or anything negative that happened. Those 6 fights, especially the contender series fight, that helped me out a lot because the UFC knows who I am. I was actually possibly going to fight Vittoria on the 21st of March when his fight in Liverpool got canceled. They called me about that too. So the UFC knows my team. They know my name. They know that I'm ready to go. And I feel like maybe okay, let's say if I lost that fight, which would have been crazy, and maybe I wouldn't even be in consideration to be in the UFC. So it's funny how I guess my perspective on this changed. Yes, some days I'm like, oh gosh, I'm in the UFC now. Can I do 3 or 4 fights, 5 fights, 6 fights? Who knows? I'm ready to fight all the time. And at the same time, too, I'm grateful because it keeps my name out there. And the work that was done before last year and before this pandemic is still, benefiting me.
All right,
But thank
now
you, Vince.
you see that. All right, and then after that, UFC fighter, Island Fight veteran himself, contender series also, Jacob Kilburn. He said, "Has the pandemic hurt or helped you as a fighter with your training? Because
Well,
some people have discovered new training methods because of it."
yes, sir. Well, man, then Kilburn, I like to watch him fight, man. He's an awesome fighter. So it's pretty
He's
cool
fun.
that you fanboying over here. Like it's helped me out. One, it's when you fight and you're always fighting, you don't get to recover the way you need to. really, I think, it's like you're go, 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 go. You're in your teammates' fight camp. You're in your fight camp. So I'm recovered, really focus on fundamentals that maybe I didn't get. I had to not actually skip over, but kind of breeze through as I was taking fights. Now I can go back and say, okay, where was I messing up in this fight? Where was I messing up in practice this day? I can call my teammates and ask them for advice, like John Salter or hot sauce. So then I get home and I sit down and I look at it, or I call my coach and he says, okay, let's focus on this now. Do a whole day, do this for 2 weeks, do this every single day because you have nothing else to do. Get on this, get on this, get on this. And it's helped me even in my mind as a fighter say, like, what else can I do to get better? Like, what other ways can I be creative? Oh, let me see who I can watch on film. So it's definitely helped me a bunch.
That's awesome. Well, from Jacob, he says, agreed. Godspeed.
And you
Then
too, man.
Coach Gamble popping in to see
My
what's
man.
up. My man, Coach Gamble. That dude's
My
a
man.
crazy son of a gun.
Yeah.
He's taking a fight like once he got to town, he's like, all right, I'll fight. Fuck it. I like that guy.
That's true.
Follower of the show, Kevin Terrell says, definitely that you deserve the call. One of the hardest working, most humble of the athletes that are ready to go. Plus, anytime he's given the chance to shine, he outperforms what has ever been expected. And
Man,
that's testimony right there. That's the truth. I mean, that's really who you are. I mean, Kathy Howard said, hey, Impa.
Hey, Miss Kathy, how are you?
I love that I can share the comments from Facebook on here. This is awesome. So,
Awesome.
yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, last time we did this was Facebook Live. I've upgraded a little bit, so
I see you now. Come on now.
I mean, and like I can do all kinds of stuff. Like right now, I'm in the studio, but if I don't want to be in the studio anymore, you know what I can do?
Mm-hmm.
We can go to Vegas. Now we're in the Contender Series studio. Oh,
there you go. Let's get back.
Or we can hang out in the sunshine. I'm going to stay on the sunset for a little while.
I like that.
I like that.
It's raining in North Carolina right now, so
sun shining behind my head. It's good. So, you mentioned something, and I never asked you this, but I mean, you had your 6 pro fights. You're 6-0 in like a 1-year span.
Yes, sir, in 8 months.
Like that's unheard of, man. To come in to the sport, get your first fight, and then get 6 fights, even on the regional show level, to still get 6 fights in a year and go undefeated on top of it against real competition. I mean, I know when you got matched up at Island Fights, we don't play. We put you in a fight. When you got matched up at Contender Series, you were in a fight. Before you came to Island Fights, I saw one fight, one piece of footage, and that looked like a fight. Now the other 2, I don't know who you fought. I don't remember. I'm not, I'm just, my brain will explode if I remember every fight every fighter had. But you've had hard fights. You've been around long enough now, even though it's only a year in. You've been around the scene watching, and you see some fights where 2 guys are going at it, and when they walk in the cage, you look and you go, that fucker's going to get his ass kicked because he don't belong here. He's being used as a piece of meat for a guy that a promoter's trying to promote. At Island Fights, where you first came to us with 2 fights, we don't do that. And the reason we don't do that is because Dean believes it's an injustice, a disservice to a fighter that's truly trying to, carve his way up and move on to the big shows. That's why Dean gets fighters into the UFC, because he makes them have the tough fights at Island Fights. Because if you can't survive at Island Fights, you ain't going to make it in the UFC, son.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I love fighting Island Fights with Dean and the guys like Dean, Devin, Ian, everybody. Because I was blessed to fight guys who were coming to fight. First fight, that was a lot of fun. The clinch battle with I feel horrible for forgetting his name. But man, he was coming to fight. I remember he rocked me one time in the round. I was like blinking, like trying to fight, and he kept coming, and I love that. I respect that. Dean. And after both Island Fights and before my second one, because I was like, we'd already met before that, and have you down there for the short notice again.
Yep. Your first fight at Island Fights was Dalen Wilson, and your second fight at Island Fights was John Lewis.
Okay, there you go. John Lewis, Dalen Wilson.
Yeah, those are good fights too. I mean, tough kids, and you came to us at 2-0. So, I mean, you were still getting in, so you were
Mhm.
still kind of finding your way. But I tell you, you found your way, son. You found your way because,
Thank you.
it's incredible. I'm impressed with athletes like you that come in and they're polished, they're mature, they're sensible, they understand what they're getting into, and they walk into the cage, or in our case, a ring, with no fear. They just go to work, and you truly have, you know, gotten the eyes of the world on you, especially after your contender series fight. Um,
Thank you.
People want to see you go. They want to see you fight. You know, and I know we talked about the first time you were on the show, and then we had another interview after. But you, for you, the sport of mixed martial arts is not your first choice. You actually were a football player, and you probably could have, if you stayed with that, you probably could have, turned into a pro dude because that's how gifted you are athletically. So tell us about the football, and for the people that didn't see the first time we chatted, tell us about a little bit about your football experience and um, what made you transition over to MMA.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Also, I appreciate you saying how polished I looked in the fights and everything. That's testimony to my coach and my teammates because they beat me up to make me look polished. So, definitely grateful for my coach and his guidance and my family and everybody supporting me because really those fights are testament to the training partners that I have in the room. My coach put a game plan together. Man, with football, it's funny because I just started playing until my senior year of high school. My parents being from Central
Which makes it
Africa.
even more incredible. I mean, senior high school, you know what? Let me try some fucking football. How hard could it be? And then boom, you made it look easy.
Man, it's because I I've had some. I've been blessed to meet some people. I had a coach named Coach Bellissimo. Hey, I had a coach named Coach Bellissimo, and he took me to his house all summer, and he would just train me, show me what I needed to do, and to get better. And I said I wanted to play in college. I wanted to, and I wanted to at least see if I had the opportunity. And all the guys at Providence, they would show me the game. I remember the first football practice I ever had. I got stuck in my shoulder pads because I didn't know how to take them off. And I was like, "Can somebody help me?" I put them too tight. It was pretty embarrassing, my that year when I got there in the summer. Man, yeah. So senior year, I wanted to start playing football. Got on the team. Really was kind of in and out in the games because I didn't have a position to play. I was like playing defensive end, I played tackle, I played linebacker. I would just kind of run around and like see the ball and go get the ball. By the end of the year, blessed to get opportunities to play in college. We started at Western Carolina, ended up going to junior college in New York, ASA. That's where I think a lot of football knowledge came to me, where I was able to learn from some really high level players, and then finish up with Orion, where Kyle Duggar just got drafted as the highest D2 pick since like 1999. So I'm super proud of him. And
Nice.
I've been blessed to be on some people. It's funny because in college, I mean, maybe my JUCO, I definitely played a lot more, and my freshman at Western hurt my knee. But when I was at LR, and I was in and out of games, and I didn't play so much. But that's when I started. That's when I found MMA because that's when I wanted to. I was like, man, I want to get better at football. So I saw like Clay Matthews and some players were doing MMA, and I've always watched them. Like, well, my mom said I couldn't do this stuff until I could pay for it on my own. I had a little job in college. Like, well, I can pay for it on my own now. Then, then every day after practice, like especially because I was kind of riding the bench for a while, and I would go after practice and go train in jiu-jitsu or go to a boxing class. Then the season ended. A couple weeks later, they said, "Hey, do you want to fight?" My first amateur fight, and I wasn't at Jimmo yet. Then somebody's like, "Hey, if you want to take this seriously, you need to go to Jimmo." And I said, "Okay." And before that even happened, we went to New York. I wanted to see how pros train. Went to Hedges Grace Academy, Long Island MMA. That was the first semester of college. Already missed like 2 weeks of class, and then came back to school. I was taking 26 credits at the time. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what am I doing?" And I started coming to Jimmo, right? Like maybe a couple months into my last semester of college, and it's been a blessing for my life more than I can explain. So it's the end of that time here today.
So fast starter in MMA, fast starter in football. Um, there might not be any sport that you can't do. Can you ball? Do you hoop?
If I say I can, my little brother might call me out on it because he's a hooper in the house. I can shoot, I can play defense, but my handles are trash. So I'm just gonna be honest because I don't want to come back to him and Russ like you lied on an
Uh,
interview, huh?
right?
So I can shoot. I can play defense. That's about it.
What about baseball?
Man, I've always wanted to play baseball. I've
Never
never
played?
played. I've never played baseball. I've been out to like community baseball league. I'd want to, but I've never done it. But I feel like I would probably want to be in the outfield or something. But that's one sport I was like, man, I wonder what would happen if I played baseball.
All right, we'll get you some practice. We'll get like a softball game going one day, and we'll test you on
Hey,
the
let's do it.
softball field first. Um,
There we go.
Soccer. What about soccer?
Oh man, I love playing soccer.
All
Soccer
right.
is like it's my culture. Being African, being Congolese, that's for us for sure. A couple summers ago, I used to play at this community league in this park near my house. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
All right. What about ice hockey?
Funny thing is, so I didn't really get a chance to grow up playing sports when I was a kid. One season, or 1 or 2 seasons, my parents let me play hockey. So
Oh
I was the only
shit!
black thing besides the puck. So I definitely got to.
Oh, you're killing me. He said,
Yeah, so
I'm the only black thing besides the puck." Oh my God,
yeah, it
Impa
was fun.
man, that's why I love you, dude. Because you're just too funny.
Yeah, but it was fun. Yeah, that's the only time I really played sports. And then I ended up playing tuba, playing music, and went to art school and all that stuff. So that's what my sports career began. And I,
Man, that's just too much fun. You're killing me, dude. He said I'm the only black thing other than the puck. I'm gonna have to put that in an article later on, and you know, oh my God, you're crazy, dude. That's awesome. So, um, you're hanging out with some, top notch guys. Like you said, Scott Holtzman and a few other guys up in your gym. Um, you know, um, Barbarena. He was on
oh man,
he was on a
oh
few
man,
weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Um,
yep.
do you truly appreciate? And I know you do, but I'm going to make it. I want a little more of a yes. Um, do you truly appreciate the fact that there's some guys out there that have been in this game longer than you, um, and haven't had the opportunity to train with an actual UFC fighter because their gym doesn't have any. Here you are, a year into your career, you've got UFC fighters all around you, dude, and I know you're sponging up that knowledge. You're like, so do you really understand and appreciate the fact of where you're at? Because there's other guys 2 years in, 3 years in, 4 years in, uh, haven't even accomplished what you have, and they don't have the UFC caliber fighter in their gym every day. Whereas you, when your gym's open, you in there with some killers.
Man. So I definitely appreciate, and I wonder if sometimes I understand the guys like you have Scott, you have Brian, you have Salter, you have Joe Selecki, uh, Chris Honeycutt, and so many other guys who are awesome fighters, right? And I really appreciate them because it's super challenging. Yeah, like maybe athletic. I'm blessed to to have a great coach and learn how to fight. And there's nothing like when you're going rounds with these guys and they always
Yeah.
have an answer for what you're doing. It's like, oh, I've seen that before. Oh, I've seen that before. Oh, let me show you what you're doing wrong. And tell you what you're doing wrong, why you're doing this, and we go back and forth on it, and it's a lot of fun. But these guys, they're super humble too. Like not only are they awesome fighters and killers, but they're some of the best men that I know. And
Yeah.
they do extra rounds. Like Hot Sauce always gives me professional advice. Brian, family man, monster, right? And all these guys are beasts. Selecki, black belt for so many years now, and is always willing to learn and work with me. And he hosted me at his house when I went down to Wilmington, fed me everything. Salter, beast, 180 THC trials. Martinez Chase, everybody, like they're just, I have hammers around me. Honeycutt, every day after practice, we do extra rounds of me wrestling after wrestling practice or something. He didn't have to, and I really really appreciate them. And it's funny. I guess maybe a couple of weeks ago I said, yeah, I understand. But then I look at it and I look at the room. We took this picture one day, maybe like the 2 weeks before this quarantine started, and our gym's in a little town called, well, it's Valley Gas City, but then there's another little town where we say it's called Radnor right next to it. So this
Right.
picture like the Radnor Raiders. That's just a quick nickname I gave us. And I looked at the wall of the guys that I get to train with, and there was lined with guys. Like I'm like, I go one on one with any gym with these guys, and those are my training partners. And I was like, do I really understand that? Do I really really understand? And I can't say that maybe because all the work that they put in. If I say I understand, I feel like I'd be insulting them because the years, the sacrifices that they had, they're probably those fighters before they even got to the UFC who didn't have any UFC fighters in their gyms. And they made
Right.
themselves into UFC fighters, Bellator fighters, ACB champions, Contender Series winners, and Fight of the Night winners. And they come to the gym every day, put their hard hat on, and ready to work. No, oh, you know who I am. It's like, hey, let's get to work. Let's get after it. Let's go. And then when it's cool too. I think what this is a testament to those guys. Um, fighters are coming in and out of town, and they're always like, "Hey, you have a fight coming up? I'm there for you. Hey, you have a fight coming up? I'm there for you. What do you need? Do you need to come stay? Do you need some advice? What products do you need? What? I can call any of these guys for a couple hours and talk, and they'll carve time out their day to help me become better. And when I feel lost or I'm confused about something, or say, "Hey, can you watch me fight?" There, oh, we're already on it. Yeah, and they have their own families, they have their own lives, they have their own businesses, and it shows that they're amazing fighters and even better men. So it's something I'm learning to understand even more. But at the same time, I can't tell you how much I appreciate every single training partner that I have. Chase, everybody, Scott, Brian, like I said, Selecki, Hot Sauce, Salter, Chris. These guys. Those are guys mostly near my weight class. But I have so many other training partners too. Dylan, John Lambia, Nick Rodriguez. I can go on for days about all the partners that I have, and also too, brick wall. I like it. The people who don't fight. That's what's amazing about our gym. The people who don't fight that people might not necessarily know about in social media. There's some hammers, and they're like, "What do you need?" Like I've heard countless people say, "Hey, I don't really want to fight, but I want to help you fighters get better. Can I come into your sparring day? Can I come give you extra rounds?" And they'll try to take your head off, and and I love that. My teammate Justin Haymaker, he's been there every single fight camp. He's like, "Let's go," and and then he does want to fight. But like a guy named Andrew Westcott, Matthew Godley, Matt Norman, man, that guy just be Scott Bell. I can go on for days. Chris Johnson, anybody they say, "Can I give you rounds? Can I give you rounds?" They'll go, 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 go. You never have to really worry, and I think that's rare, sometimes for some gyms to have. So something I appreciate, and like I said, I don't know if I, always truly understand that.
Yeah, I think you do, based on how you just explained how you don't. And that's good because that's a blessing that is going to help you ascertain goals faster than you probably ever thought you would. Now, it takes the talent that you have. I mean, you can have the best coaches in the world. CM Punk has Rufus Sport around him, and Ben Askren and Woodley, occasionally, and a lot of solid guys, Anthony and Sergio Pettis. And he goes to the octagon and he shits the bed. So while he's physically gifted as a professional wrestler, MMA is not his thing. And he's got high quality, people around him every day. So you have the ability, and you pair that with the right brains behind you. Like I think about it as I'm saying it, I'm just going, this guy's fucking. There's an angel watching over you for MMA or something. Man, you're blessed. I should have said the F word and angel and blessed in the same sentence, but I'm just a loudmouth from New York, so that's how I do. Hey guys, you're watching Cage Talk with Christopher James. It is what is it? It's Wednesday night. It's Hump Day, and we are talking with my man Impa Kasanganay. Idle Fight veteran, had a fight on the Contender Series, beat the guy they said he wasn't supposed to beat. Didn't get a contract. He's very humble, but I know somewhere inside the competitor is going, I should have gotten that fucking contract. But he won't come out in public like that. But the competitive spirit that burns in this man tells me that's exactly what he's thinking. And he don't have to admit it, but I know. Because I'm like you, man. I compete. I don't like to lose at anything. And I want, when I'm after something, I want it. You know what I'm saying? So I go get it. And so you're right there, man. You'll get the call. Hey, if you guys have any questions for Impa, hit the comments, man. We had some in the beginning, man. Now you guys are all like quiet and shit, man. That's boring, man. Get your ass, get your heads out of your butts, man. Let's get some questions rolling here. So let's talk about UFC. They did 3 events in a week, an 8-day span. UFC 249, UFC Fight Night Jacksonville, and then the last one they called UFC Florida, which was UFC on ESPN 37 or something. We had some stellar fights take place.
Yeah.
I mean, ridiculous fights. I mean, the main event of 249, Justin Gaethje and Tony Ferguson. Holy freaking crap. Anthony Smith and Glover Teixeira, another great main event. Walt Harris and Alistar. Walt had him out in the first, man. They probably could have stopped it in the first, but they didn't. And then Walt took the L. And this L hurts everybody in the MMA space because we were all just pulling for him to get that win after, his daughter Anaya Blanchard was murdered. This was his first fight back, and he was pumped up and ready, but, life happens. So, but is there a fight on that card that you watched that I mentioned the 3 main event, but we had 32 fights in an 8-day period. Were there any of those fights that you really just loved that stood out to you?
Man, that elbow from Calvin Kattar on Jeremy Stevens, when he tapped that, hit that kind of elbow and just drop him the way he did, that was dirty. That fight definitely stuck out to me. The Glover Teixeira fight stuck out to me. That was just he was giving it to him. And the funny thing is, I don't think I know Glover Teixeira, but I never seen him I don't know the last time I watching him fight. And I don't know if it's because I just didn't pay too much heavyweights or what it was. But when I saw that fight, I was like, gosh, he's giving it to him.
He's a freaking beast.
Yeah, a beast for sure. I saw, what were the 2 main events? Overeem. Man, yeah, Walt Harris. I was definitely pulling for him. And I respect Overeem for coming in there to fight. I think that's what Walt Harris would love and respect too as a fighter. He's like, man, come give your best. And you see Walt Harris is still dangerous. He'll still bring
He is.
You know what? He's gonna come back even better, I believe, in his next fight.
Yeah, I can't wait to see his next fight, and he will be back. Also, what stood out to me was Chase Sherman fought on a Wednesday night, got his return to the octagon. He's another Island Fights guy, and he went out there and he did work. I interviewed him in Jacksonville before the fight, and we had a really good conversation. He is in such a better headspace now for this run at the UFC. I think he's going to go really far this time around. The fun thing is with him, we talked about it. Getting to the UFC is hard. Staying in the UFC is harder. Getting back to the UFC after they cut you is the toughest thing you'll ever do as a fighter. Chase made it all the way back. There's not a lot of people who get that back. And because he's so chill now, I think it's going to be. I'm really excited to see what he does, man. He's a cool dude. He's a firefighter, and that brings me to Stipe Miocic, who's also a part-time firefighter, and he keeps avoiding signing a contract to fight DC. I have a problem with that. You know why?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why, Impa, and you can give me your opinion. So one of the big things that Stipe said is he'll sign a contract once he can go back to training, right? Now, the UFC just had 3 events in 1 week period. They had 32 fights, so 64 fighters, and there was actually there should have been 68, 11, 33. Yeah, 33 fights. Should have been 60. There should have been 66 fighters that stepped into the octagon for the fight, but we lost a couple of fights. 66 fighters, including Matt Brown, who lost to now I can't remember his name. Carmel Thunder.
Michael Baeza.
Yeah, Miguel Baeza. So he fought Matt Brown. Matt Brown is from Ohio. Matt Brown lives in Ohio. Matt Brown trains in Ohio. Stipe Miocic says, I can't train in Ohio. Well, 66 people just proved you wrong. So they all found time to train, a place to train, get in shape, and make weight to come fight. I get that you're a firefighter, because everybody takes this the wrong way when I say it. I get that he's a firefighter, but he's a part-time firefighter. Chase Sherman is a full-time firefighter. He got a call on 2 days' notice. He showed up in Jacksonville and had a fight. Mm-hmm. Stipe keeps saying it's, the training thing. So I believe that he was proven wrong by 66 fighters that showed up in Jacksonville, that he could train if he wanted to put the effort in. He has a responsibility as the UFC heavyweight champion of the world. I know you have another life, but if that's the more important thing in your life and that's what you want to do, you know what? Take your belt and relinquish it and let the UFC move forward, because there's a bottleneck up there now. We got Francis coming up. Curtis Blades is ready for a title shot. DC's waiting for his shot to redeem the loss. So and then people said it was his eye. Well, the champ said he's fine. And I talked to some people in the firefighting industry that said if his eye wasn't 100% cleared, back to the way it was before the surgery, he wouldn't be in the firehouse right now because he's a liability. If you don't have good vision, he had a detached retina. Detached retina will cause blurred vision, loss of sight in the eye that has the detached retina. So obviously, you can't fight fires. You can't be on paramedic calls when your eye is like that. So his eye has to be healed. Somebody goes, well, it's not healed to get punched in the face. If it's healed to see, it's healed to get punched in the face. What do you think he's going to do? Fucking do barbells and put him in his eye and do a workout? Shut them. People are so stupid sometimes. I get aggravated. So, based on the fact that his eye is healthy, other people have proven that they can train and go fight because 66 people just proved it. What's your take on him avoiding the fight? Because that's how it comes across to me. Because, the firefighter thing, Chase proved he had 2 days' notice. He went down to Jacksonville and fought, got a big win. So the champ could be training all this time. He's just choosing not to, in my opinion.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, he's supposed to, I guess it'll be against DC, right?
Yep, that's the fight.
Yeah, that's the fight. Man, so one thing I know is, I guess I can only speak for myself. If I was in that position, I would find a way to fight. I find a way to train because that's what we do. Now, like you said, with his eye, and he's able to work, he's able to train. He's able to fight fires and everything that he's doing. And I find it hard, to find that he can't train because like guys like Khabib, Tony Ferguson, Gaethje, everybody found a way. I believe that even more than the fact of what he does is it's who you are and what you say you're gonna do. You say you fight, and man, that's me. I mean, some people might not like it, but I'm like, man, you find a way to fight and you show up. Now I know for him it might be the things that are on the line because he knows if you lose that, it's a big pay cut. He supports his family. Maybe that runs through his mind, and it's just the easiest thing to say. I would say, hey, like not able to train. I mean, it's not the way he trained, the way he wants to. I give him his respect as a champion because he earned that. I guess he can call his shots in a sense.
Amen.
And that, and I say that for sure. So I think that's where he has that angle. But when it comes down to it, I would hope that he would fight. Like to see him fight sooner. At least say, hey, like here's the date. I'd like to fight between this time so people can know, and not people as in like maybe everyday audience fan, but that the fighting like DC, Ngannou, Jones was up to heavyweight. All those guys who would fight possibly in that heavyweight title run could get going because like he has a job. Some of these fighters is their only source of income. This is the way they can fight, and maybe the heavyweight division could have some more fights, and these other fighters could be able to support their families and know what route they're going to take to to get to the title, or what route they're taking, like DC or Ngannou. Ngannou made a good point. It's like, man, he has to probably wait a whole another year, but like now he's a possible John Jones fight or whatever. Now he did lose in the title fight, but he didn't have the knowledge. But then I think now if he comes together, he might be able to get Steve Because when Ngannou hits somebody one time, he can put him out cold. So it's like, man, I want to see him get a shot. DC, man, if he's ready to fight, he's ready to go. It'd be cool to see him and Steve have that, especially during now. Like you guys, other thing I realized like during this pandemic and during this quarantine is that you find a way, you make a way, and you move forward. If you don't want to move forward, like you said, man, relinquish the title and let somebody else get it. Because I feel like Stipe relinquished it. If he wanted to come back and fight, they would obviously give him a title fight right away, or one fight to the title, which he would probably take a bunch of the heavyweights out.
Wait, say that part again.
So I said, like, if Stipe relinquished the title,
yeah,
right, and he wasn't able to fight, and this is me thinking, out loud. I feel like if he relinquished, he said, hey, he wants to fight for the title again, the UFC would oblige and let him fight whoever has the title at the moment, whether it's DC or somebody.
I agree with you 100%. Hey, Cody Durden, I'm going to do that for you, man. So we got that. We coming. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, we had a bet, and I have to sing tonight, like I make my guests do, because I lost the bet. So
no,
yeah, I got to fucking sing. I'm sitting here right now trying to figure out what the hell I want to sing. Um, Man, it's such a difficult thing to pick out. I was going to do some ludicrous, but
There you go.
he didn't even pop up on my thing. I was a little pissed because I have some karaoke jams because I'm a DJ, so I have
Oh yeah.
I have access to karaoke stuff. Nothing from ludicrous, man. All right, so let's try. Hmm. Who else should we try? Uh,
Hmm.
let's try a rock song.
Let's see. Rock song.
Oh, what? No, all right, so no Aerosmith. Come on, you fuckers. Garth Brooks in there. No Aerosmith. All right, let's see if this one's in there. Nope, that's not in there either. I've got my other computer over here. I'm typing into. I'm trying to think what the hell, man? This is some bullshit, man.
Hall and Oates.
oh,
Richmond.
oh,
Did it pop up?
hey, Hall and Oates popped up, but not that song. So let's see. What do we got here? Let's see what we got here. I wonder if it gives me the words. I gotta fucking see if it gives me the lyrics. I don't know the song, but I can play the music if So I wonder. This is a new experiment, So it's like, oh shit! Watch out.
Okay, DJ.
Let's see. But there's no words.
What is it?
No. I'm gonna do this. I got the other computer. Yeah, that's it, bro.
What song is it? What song is it? Come on, I forgot. What's the title of that song?
It's called Man Eater.
Oh yeah. That's my song.
All right, so I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna bust this shit out.
Do it.
I suck. Nothing to do. I've seen her in here before. Watching and waiting. Ooh, she's sitting with you, but her eyes are on the door.
There you go.
So many have paid to see what you think you're getting for free. The woman is wild. Can't stand that never heard of a jaguar. Money's the matter. If you're in it for love, you ain't gonna get too far. Watch out, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up.
Oh, here she comes.
She's a man eater.
Oh, here she comes.
Here she comes.
Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up.
Oh, here she comes.
Here she comes.
She's a man eater. I wouldn't if I were you. Oh, wait. I wouldn't if I were you. I know what she can do. She's dead to man. She could really rip the world apart. None of it matter. Oh, the beauty is there, but the beast is in her heart.
Oh, here she comes.
Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up.
Oh, here she comes.
She's a man eater.
Oh, here she comes. Oh, here she comes.
She's a man eater. All right, so that's all we get. jam for that now. That was just for you, Cody Durden. So let me go back to my show here. Because I have no idea what I even looked like while I was doing this just now because so did it what happened there? All right, so yeah. All right, so Cody, I hope you saw that, dude, because I'm not doing it again, you son of a bitch. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got an idea. Ah, son of a bitch. I was looking on there. I was going to see if they had What a Wonderful World. The one you did. Oh, man. That was your jam, dude. Didn't we do like a second version of that, dude, where you kind of dedicated it to Dean or something? You changed the words or something?
Yeah,
I think I'm going to have to look that up, man. I'm going to have to look that up because that was funny as shit, man. But so
one day.
So what are you doing now? Like just like for fun, besides chilling out with your family. I mean, you guys doing anything for fun? Are you getting some activities in?
Oh man, been training. But really, it's still like I said, training 4 to 5, sometimes 6 or sometimes a day. Wake up early enough, personal training clients. Like I want to be ready to go. So that's really what I've been doing. I watched Netflix. I watched a cool show called The Yankee. I watched a show about the Roman Empire. Been reading. I enjoy reading. Reading the book The Obstacle is the Way. Almost done with that one. I don't get to see my family a lot, so I've been just picking on them. And when I do get to be around them, it's pretty cool. And we're gonna one thing like something I'm doing things I would have loved to do while I was training, but like I go for walks to these nature trails in my neighborhood, so I can go to these nature trails. It's been cool. Stay time outdoors. I keep my family and myself safe by still just try, like I said, being outdoors, cooking. That's been cool. And I cut my own hair. Hold up. Oh, got a little mohawk going. Yeah, not too bad, not too shabby, right? So
I had Phil Rowe cut my hair.
ooh, man, if I lived in Florida, I'd go right at Phil's house, man. Looks like for him to find.
Well, he cut it. Now my barber's open, so I had it cut like last week. But I was getting shaggy. I was like, Phil, I need a cut. I went over to his house. He's got the barber chair, the spinning barber light.
He's about flashlight on his head.
He didn't put the flashlight because we had plenty of natural light in the room. It was a pretty bright room.
Oh, okay.
He's got like a barber shop set up in the room, dude. It's fucking dope.
Phil's a hustler, man. I'm excited to see him fight, man. Phil's one of those people you come across and you're happy you met them. I remember.
Yep.
We met the Island Fights locker room, and he was nice. He came out. He spoke to my dad. He spoke to everybody. And, he was talking about the Contender Series too, and what's going to come up next for him. It's just real cool people. So I like Phil. It's good guy.
Yeah, Phil's good people, man. I remember when I met Phil, he was 0-2, and he was coming to fight at a show I was doing, and it was awesome. He was doubting himself, and I told him, just from meeting him, I hadn't seen him fight yet, but just from meeting him, because I was announcing that show, I was like, Phil, man, I said, listen, I said, if my gut is right, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. You're going to get to the UFC. You just got to go out there and win this one fight now, and the rest of the fucking, something along that lines. And when he went out to Contender Series, because we were so involved after that, I had to go. There was no way I was not going to not watch him achieve his dream, and he got his dream. So he like you didn't get the contract. He got a contract. And he just waiting for a damn fight. And he's had a couple of bookings, but they've fallen out. Some because of the pandemic, some because his opponents were injured. So what do? You just go, all right, man. I'm just gonna wait. Yep. And he's training all the time. So he's about to be a dad real soon.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, man. How you know? What's about? You don't follow his TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, none of that stuff?
I follow his Facebook. Sorry, his Instagram. I didn't know he had.
He got married. His wife's his wife's a dentist. They're having a baby, a little baby girl. Oh yeah, he's so happy, dude. Because him with his fashion and the way he does stuff, he's gonna be all fly with his fashion. That baby girl is gonna be so dope. she's gonna be dressed to the nines from the day she comes out.
From the day she comes out. No dad hats. I gotta order one of his dad hats too. Saw he was posting a couple of those. I hope he still has some. And that's he's doing some with guns now too. Phil's a cool dude, interesting guy, super creative. That's what I love about him. He's so creative, man. And I wish the best for him. I have to call him after I call him up these.
You know, this karaoke thing sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no good songs. I'm looking for other songs now. You know, I'm like, come on, man, give me something good. Like I was gonna try to get some Lenny Kravitz, but the songs they have are unknown. I love Lenny Kravitz. I looked up the Black Crowes. They don't have any of that. I looked up Frank Sinatra, and they didn't have any good Frank Sinatra songs.
No,
you know, I don't even know what I could look up right now because now I'm in a mood. Hall & Oates, they had all kinds of crap. Maybe that's because Oh wait, let's try this. I can't sing any of these songs if they are up. There's none. Thank God. Because I was looking up Journey, and Journey I just can't sing.
No.
He sings way too high. Oh, there we go. Let's just try this. Yeah, now it's in your head, right? You're gonna be jammed in. That's gonna be your new.
I like that's good. I think I listened to Hall & Oates probably like the 3 fight camps, like the whole album over and over. Especially you're a rich girl and you're gone too far.
Because you know it don't matter anyway. You can rely on the old man money. You can rely on the old man honey. You're a bitch girl and you're gone too far.
And you know it don't matter anyway. That's my song.
Say money won't get you too far, get you too far. Don't you know? Don't you know? See now let's see.
You got 2 seconds. I apologize. Let me grab another charger. My phone charger's acting funny.
Sorry. We don't want. No, you're fine, dude.
She's a man eater. There she goes. Watch out, she'll chew you up. That's such a good song. Hey, Hall & Oates was good. What's your favorite Frank Sinatra song?
My favorite Frank Sinatra song. Well, I'm from New York, so it's New York. New York. I mean, but he's got so many great songs. I mean, we could do it all day.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look up the lyrics to this one. Let me see something here.
Where in New York are you from?
I was born in Brooklyn, grew up on Long Island.
Man, I used to live in Brooklyn for 2 years when I was in my JUCO.
Son of a bitch.
No.
That's awesome.
Lived in right off Atlantic Avenue.
Hell yeah.
Between Hoyt and Schermerhorn Street.
Nice.
The best delis around. I love New York. If I didn't have Jimmo, I think the places I'd probably live would be New York, LA, San Diego, or somewhere in the Midwest. Maybe Texas, but like New York would probably be up there in the top 2.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so let me put up this. How can I do this? I can't see you, but I'm sure you'll pop up in a minute.
Wait.
Now I see you.
Oh, cool. Gosh, what's it on?
All right. So let's see. Let's see what we got over here. All right. So.
There you go. I'm back. Oh, there she goes. Watch out. Oh, we're gonna go.
Hold on. That's not right. Oh, I know why that's not right. Let me download. That's why I got to download it first. All right, so now it's there. Oh, it's down. I got downloaded the karaoke song first before I could play it. That's why I was playing so slow. It was weird. I'm gonna throw another. Yeah. Well, it was cool. I could sit here and do other shit. I can. Where's my damn mouse over here? Like we can kick this, Jimmo, baby.
Come on now.
We in the show, baby. All right, I think my song is downloaded now, so let's see if it sounds right this time. Think about it. What? No, well, I was way late. Bring me high in what could be. Bring me higher. Bring me higher. Whoa. Bring me higher. Well, that's higher love. I keep
Yes,
So that whole musical spot in the beginning, I should have been singing. See, I don't even know. It's hard to do karaoke if you don't really understand where the song drops in. It's like, oh, man, that's no good. Had me all fucked up.
I've never done karaoke before.
Oh wait, now I don't know if you'll know this one. I'm going to download this one. We're going to see if you know it. But
how's your family doing? Everybody good at home?
yeah, man,
Good.
my family is killing it. My wife's working. I'm delivering groceries in the daytime.
There you go, hustling.
Got to do something out there, man. You know. That's weird. This isn't right.
Man,
Nope.
bam.
That ain't the right song. Hey, what happened to your headphones?
They ended up dying on me. I didn't realize that.
Oh, they died.
Yeah, sorry.
You good?
I just got them and I thought they were good. Sorry about that. I was like,
I could hear a little bit of myself now where I could have before. I was like, oh man, oh well, whatever. It don't
sorry,
matter.
man.
Oh no, dude, you don't have to apologize, bro.
Just for this interview, and I was so excited. I'm like, I got these headphones. I'm excited to use them. And he goes, battery low.
Brian Barbarena says, Impa, my man.
My man. I'm so ready to see Brian again, man. Brian's not here. Watch. This is, gosh, I love Brian.
See, if you had another phone in front of you where you could pull up the lyrics to Man Eater, I'd say we do a duet, but we won't.
Hey, if you call me anytime, I'll schedule a duet. If you just need a person to come and sing with you, anytime.
That's what I love, man. Brian B, man, how you doing, boss, man? I hope you're well. Chilling. We talk with Impa, because he's the man. You guys are all the man up there at Jimbo, man. It's such a good group of guys. So we've been chatting for an hour, so I don't want to keep you all night long because I can sit here and talk to you. We can just bullshit and do karaoke all night. I wouldn't even give a rat's ass, man. I'm having a good time. That's what I like to do. But before I let you go, what's the real movement on you getting that call? I mean, your management, have they given you an idea of, will you be fighting in the octagon before the summer? I mean, has anybody given you a target?
So I'm hoping we're waiting to hear back. I was supposed to get an update earlier this week. Haven't heard anything yet, which I'm kind of look at that as a good thing almost because maybe they're working things out, negotiating on our behalf. I always like to look at things from a perspective of faith, and we're talking junk.
You're gonna get your ass when you get back to Jimbo.
Never that. Brian's over here talking crazy. Just so Brian knows. I'll go back to the UFC thing. Just so Brian knows. If he wants to fight, he wants to come back fight. I'm not the one. Rolex wearing.
Damn.
All over Brian.
We're gonna be having like Jimbo fights, man. We can start a new fight league, Jimbo fights.
Hey, Brian knows he's going to get it. Brian can go get it. We could go. We'll put a pay-per-view, 10-cent pay-per-view. We'll donate to everybody's favorite charity. People can buy it on that pay-per-view. Me and Brian will go 15-second goes.
We got to charge more than 10 cents though, man. If we're gonna donate it to charity, we got to charge like $10 a head.
That's fair.
And then donate the money to charity, man. But the problem is though. Oh, Brian, he said it's a 15-second pay-per-view.
15-second pay-per-view. It's gonna be the worst 15 seconds of Brian's life.
Oh damn! Oh my god! Oh my god!
I'm gonna have to give it to him.
Wow. Brian, what do you say about that, man?
Come on, Farmer B.
Brian, he said it's going to be the worst 15 seconds of your life, Mr. Barberena.
Might not go 15 seconds. It might not even go.
Damn, B. He called you out hard, man. That's crazy.
Favorite local charity. $10 buy-in. Money's going strictly to charity, COVID relief, whatever it is. But Brian's get the Congolese.
Damn.
Oh,
wow. He's not responding now. I think he clicked off. I think he's scared. Oh, wait. Whoa. He's back. He's back. He said he don't want this heat.
Whatever. Farmer B. Don't get crazy. Look at him.
That's freaking awesome, man. He's just talking a little smack, huh?
No, he's making people. Everybody makes mistakes in life, you know.
Oh damn!
Everybody makes mistakes. It's okay. Oh. Here's another message. What's coming in?
Oh wait, let's get. Thank goodness it's only 15 seconds. After that, I don't want none. LOL.
Oh shoot! I was gonna hug him for 15 seconds. Just give me a hug. I love Bam. That's my dude.
Damn, he backed out real quick, dude. I'm a little worried about that, man.
No,
that's not.
From anybody.
I mean, man, dude, he said he don't want none.
Man, I tell you, Brian one time hit me in practice, and like he's like just a nice light left hand. Like it wasn't like he was trying hard to hit me, and he just went boop. I remember looking around like, what just happened? My coach goes, "What do you do? Buzz you, buddy?" And I was like, and that's when we first started training together. I'm like, did I do something wrong? Brian, man, oh gosh, he's saying that he's trying to lure me in.
He's trying to lure you in.
Back out. He's gonna go with the 50-piece combo. So that's my.
See now he's changed his tune. It said nothing but love for Impa.
My guy, gravy. Yeah, have you heard? You said Brian and I sing a song about gravy and chicken.
Gravy and chicken. I don't remember what he sang the first time he was on the show, but I'm wondering because I'm just wondering. What did he sing? Ah man, I'm gonna have to go look that shit up. Yours was great. Yeah, I mean you did Louis Armstrong, What a Wonderful World. That was awesome. Because you even
out in the parking lot in Arizona.
Yeah, and you did the gravelly voice. I mean, you didn't just sing it, you sang it.
Sang it, Satchmo.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
I love Brian. I love all those people, man. Gosh,
yeah, man. So you and Brian razz each other in the gym all the time?
All the time. It doesn't matter. We have this thing where I get on the phone. I'm like, what? What's up? You coming? Wait till I see you. Wait till I see you, man.
Yeah. Can you think you could take him though?
Brian, like in a fight?
Yeah.
I would never even think about it. He's like my big brother. I think it's just like that big brother kryptonite. I would just cry. Like, no, I wouldn't want to. Anybody else can get it though, but not my man Bam. I just have to. All respect for my guy.
Man, I know it's kind of a cop-out answer right there, man. It's all right to say you can beat somebody up, man. You guys are all alphas, Somebody's got to.
Not with Brian. Brian. Not with Brian and my guys. Anybody else in the world can get it. They're not my guys.
Somebody got to step up and be the man of the gym. I'll kick all your freaking asses.
That's Coach. You get us all. The old tooth chipper.
Oh! He's spinning right now. There he is. Brian. Oh, wait, hold on. Brian.
Damn.
What's up, B? His face is frozen. I don't know what's going on there. Brian, can you hear us? Brian, Earth to Brian. Come into Brian.
Brian. Hello? Brian. I'm gonna take a screenshot.
Hold on, I'm gonna add him back in now. Let's see. Let's try it again. You can take a screenshot in a second. I'm gonna add him back in. See if his face is still frozen.
All right.
He might just have bad internet.
He's out there on the farm. You know how the farm does. That farm, like, is he coming in? Is he coming in?
Brian, can you hear us?
Well, I hear people in the background. Brian.
Hold on a second. I'm giving him some instructions.
Brian. That's my dude. I love that guy.
Yeah, no, he's good people, man. He's a lot of fun. All right.
Family man.
Click him off. All right, let's see if we got the. Brian, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up or something if you can hear me or see us. Yeah, his face is just frozen. So I just tried. All right, so let's try it again. Waiting for his pop. We're going to get him. We're going to get him. He's spinning. He's spinning. Because we had him on in this format. There he is. What's up, B?
Let's try this again.
There we are.
Yeah, he's on.
Can you hear?
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's just kind of spotty, off and on.
Awesome.
You got the
screenshot.
You got to get some new internet, bro.
What?
So Impa says 15 seconds of hell. That's all you can take from him.
I mean, right now, Tess, you can come get it.
What's up? Right.
You don't want none of this. You
don't
want
I'll
it.
give you all the gravy and the chicken. Gravy and chicken. Meatloaf. Yes, the meatloaf.
Oh, we can try it. We can do it.
What's up, man? What you talking about, big boy? Right here.
So when was the last time you guys saw
I
each other?
can't wait for it.
Oh, gosh.
It's been a while. I can't wait to get punched in the face by him. That's for sure.
Same here. Same here. Can't wait to get punched in the face. What was it? The fall? Football season, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny story. Brian invited me to a tailgate.
Wow.
I didn't know it was gonna be like with people. And I was wearing my Jesus slippers from Walmart. Just dressed down and thinking about I'm not only hanging out with Brian. And I pull up on these people and they're like, "Oh, hello. How are you?" I'm like, "Hi. I'm Brian's friend, Impa." So
in my Jesus slippers.
Brian set me up.
Oh man.
Big bro.
Hey, he could have told you something else. He could have invited you to a costume party that wasn't really a costume party. I mean, there's some people who have done that. I did that to somebody once. Told them we were having a costume party. Everybody and I was having a party, but it wasn't a costume party. They showed up at my house in like a diaper and a baby hat because that's what they wanted to come in the costume. Everybody else was like in jeans and t-shirts, hanging out, getting wasted. Oh man, that was fucking awesome. So, hey, Bam, while I got you on the show, I'm getting ready to finish up with Impa, but since you snuck on with us here real quick, and I appreciate it because we love you here at our show. From a guy that's watched Impa, give me your assessment of Impa Kasanganay, 6-0 in his pro career, contender series win against the guy he wasn't supposed to beat. Give me your assessment from your point of view, and not so much as a teammate, but just as a fighter looking at the development of a fighter.
Sorry if I look a little confused. Trying to put together the in and out of my connection here on the farm. We don't have the best service. So
that's all right, man.
Kind of spotty, so I didn't get the whole question.
Give me your assessment of Impa from a fighter's point on Impa as a fighter, 6-0. But don't tell me as a teammate. Tell me as a fighter, just looking at another fighter. Did you get all that?
What as a fighter? 6-0. I heard 6-0.
I want your opinion of him at fighter to fighter, not teammate to fighter.
Well, if we're talking about just being 6-0 as a fighter, there's definitely experience to be had and stuff. But if we're talking about Impa, which I didn't hear if the question was about Impa or not because everything keeps cutting out. But if we're talking about Impa, he's well beyond just 6-0 as a fighter. His experience, his skill level, his fight knowledge is well beyond 6-0 as a fighter. So he's well over double that easy at experience, and even just stepping in there, the composure and the skill level he shows when he gets in there. I mean, you can tell he's not just a 6-0 fighter. This guy spends every second he can in the gym working to get better and improving, and he's only getting better and better, and he's using more and more skill every time and getting more and more dangerous. And he works with the best people in the room. He always tries to find the best people in the room. He doesn't want an easy go. He always wants the hardest goes, and he always wants to push himself. He is not an average 6-0 fighter.
Yeah, he's only a year into his pro career, and this guy's like doing this.
Take a bow.
That was a great assessment by Brian. I really, Brian.
I will. I've said it before when he got on Contender Series. I said it before, and I told Dana White myself that he deserves to be in the UFC, and I still believe that. I believed it then. I believed he should have been in the UFC then. I believe he didn't even have to be on the Contender Series to be in the UFC. But then he, showed it on the Contender Series, his skill and the composure and just talent and skill, dominating a guy who was supposed to go in there and run him over. Yeah, and he handled him like nothing. So so then, and he's even gotten 10 times better than then. So he definitely deserves to be there, and I hope he gets this call real soon and gets to show the world.
Love you, my man.
That's the truth, though, man. And that's what we all see in Impa. It's crazy because he had a short football career. He started playing football his high school senior year. Then he's like, all right, let me do some MMA. Now he's 6-0. I mean, this guy is so naturally gifted as an athlete. It's scary. Oh, Brian, what you got to do when you guys do get to hang out, take Impa out and teach him to play baseball because he's never played baseball. Baseball.
What?
Hold on.
Baseball.
You hear me, Brian?
Because his internet signal is spotty, so you'd only hear him part of it. So here.
Kind of? Oh, okay.
Cuts in and out. Oh, here we go. Teach. Wait, what was that?
Impa.
Teach. Baseball. Sorry, that didn't look. Teach him baseball?
Yes. He's never played baseball.
Ball player, anyways. I'm probably not the one to teach him. Hot Sauce is gonna have to teach him baseball.
Yeah. Hot Sauce.
Much baseball.
Hot Sauce played baseball.
Teach him baseball. Hot Sauce
Hell yeah.
plays some baseball.
Yeah.
And hockey. Hot Sauce plays hockey too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and hockey. Definitely.
And hockey.
He played football, so he's already got that down too.
Yep.
But
he can get it. I could spear him.
Who?
You
can't cover this.
See, look. See, you were safe for like 10 seconds. You were safe for 10 seconds. That's it. I'm on your head, boy. I'm about to get on your.
Oh man. We should have a football face-off one day, man. You guys go out and do a football face-off, and we'll do it live on my show.
Face-off?
Is that what we're doing? Oh, I love it. Well, gentlemen, listen.
Yes.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you for coming on and having a little fun with us and Impa. We appreciate it. You're always welcome on this show. Impa, thank you for coming on tonight again and having a great conversation and cheering me on during my karaoke. I have to go back and watch the video of that because I don't know what the fuck that looked like. But good luck to you, sir. God bless. I hope you guys get to reunite soon and get into the gym and, like you said, punch each other in the freaking face, man. I don't know. Even if I'm a fighter, I don't know if I want to get punched in the face. Maybe that's why I'm not a fighter. So, but I'll just keep this looking all pretty and shit, and that's what we'll do. But you guys, listen, have a wonderful night. Hell yeah to Jimmo. You guys are killing it up there. You're doing big things. Tell all the guys I said hello. Tell Coach Gamble, man, what's up? He's a cool dude. I love that guy. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night, man. Hopefully we're gonna have fight news for Bam Bam and for Impa. That would be great. Get you guys on the same UFC card. Let's just go fucking tear shit up. Yeah. There you go. Well, listen, you guys enjoy the rest of it. Soon enough. Knocking dudes out.
Oh, now Chilobo. Bam Bam and Chilobo coming across. Boom. Coming around the world. Bam Bam and Chilobo.
I'm going to be throwing that elbow. I'm going to be throwing that elbow like the one that
top, man.
Who was it? What fight we were talking about?
Jeremy Stevens.
Yeah, got knocked.
Calvin Kattar.
Calvin Kattar crushed him with that elbow. Boom. Yeah, that was pretty. I'm going to go watch it. I got that on the DVR. I'm going to go up to watch the replay now because now I want to see it again. Listen, gentlemen, both of you guys have a great night, man. Stay safe. Stay blessed with your families, man. I love the positive attitudes. I love the positive attitude. I know, Impa, you're going to be a star. Just remember, when you become a big, big star, you still have to come on my show, man. I've had a couple of guys that have made big stars out of themselves, and now I'm too, they're big time to me and shit. Like,
No, we'll come back.
That's not cool. Don't big time me, man. Damn, I gave you airtime, when nobody else would. Now they're going, I don't got time, Chris. If they weren't fighters, I'd kicked it. If they weren't fighters, I'd beat the shit out of them. But I'm just keeping it real. So, but you guys have a wonderful night, man. Always good to chat with both of you, man. I'm glad you guys got to see each other like this. I kind of brought you guys together for a little bit, man. So that makes my heart warm. So be well, stay safe, stay blessed. And when you guys get to the gym to punch each other in the face the first time, let me know. We'll go live and we'll have the face punching contest in the show. All right, thanks, guys. We'll see you all soon, man.
Do it for charity.
All right, we'll do it for charity, man. We'll hook it up. All right, be good, man. All right, guys, that was Impa Kasanganay and Brian Bam Bam Barberena, man. Great stuff going on with those guys, man. Thanks so much for them coming into the show tonight, especially Impa. And that's it, boys and girls. You know how we do this, man. It's a great show tomorrow night on the show. I am going to have the lovely, I'm going to have a couple of people on. I'm going to have Coach Colin Oyama from Team Oyama out in California. He spent a whole week in Jacksonville for Fight Week. And then I'm going to have Carla Esparza, the first UFC strawweight champion of the world, joining us on the show after a big win at UFC 249 against Karate Hottie, the one and only Michelle Watterson. With that being said, boys and girls, it's time to go, man. So as always, man, thank you for being a part of my life and allow me to be a part of yours today, man. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Don't forget, like I said, tomorrow night, Coach Oyama and Carlos Esparza. Monday night, Joseph Creer, Bellator fighter, the king, the coach of F3 Training Center and the Bad Apple MMA team. He'll be joining us Monday. Until then, we are out of here, man. See you guys next time. Good night.